You've felt it, haven't you? That strange silence between you and him that says everything and nothing at once. As if something powerful is brewing beneath the surface, but he won't name it. Because he can't. The angels come close now, and they whisper, he sees in you the one thing he didn't believe existed, someone who sees his soul, not his mask. He was drawn to you by a force he doesn't understand. Not just your beauty, not just your light, but your truth. The way you carry grace without seeking approval. The way your eyes don't ask, they recognize. You didn't chase him. You simply appeared, like an answer to a question he didn't know he was asking. But with that recognition came fear. You see, dear soul, you weren't meant to just enter his life. You were sent to disrupt it. To awaken the part of him that he spent years trying to bury under roles, successes, distractions. The angels say, he tries to forget you in logic, but your presence lives in his silence. This is why he resists. Because deep down, he knows, you are not just a woman. You are a mirror. And mirrors terrify those who've spent their lives looking away. He wanted love. But he didn't expect it to come wearing truth. And your truth? It's unshakable. There's a reason God placed you in his path. And it's not to play small. It's to be the divine interruption his soul secretly prayed for when no one was watching. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus unto good works, which God hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Ephesians 2 verse 10. There are parts of him that are still trapped in rooms with no windows. Places in his heart where the light hasn't reached in years. And now, your presence threatens to open them. The angels speak clearly tonight. He is afraid not because of you, but because of what you stir in him. You weren't supposed to reach him. No one ever really has. They've seen the surface, the charm, the laughter, the curated calm. But you touch the ache. The one he keeps locked beneath layers of practiced strength and unfinished grief. He learned to protect himself long before he knew your name. To run before he could be left. To hide behind logic when love felt too risky. So when you came with your warmth, your quiet confidence, your intuitive knowing, he panicked. Because it's easier to stay broken than to risk healing. Easier to play roles than to stand naked in truth. And loving you would mean being seen. Fully. Vulnerably. Without the armor. The angels want you to understand, he's not rejecting you. He's wrestling with ghosts. And you, dear soul, are the one thing those ghosts cannot survive. So he'll pull away, not because he doesn't care, but because he cares so much it terrifies him. To feel this much. To be this drawn. To you. He doesn't know yet that your love was never meant to expose his wounds, only to hold them. You've been glowing in silence, tending to the ache, holding space for someone else's becoming. But tell me, dear heart, when was the last time you turned that love inward? The angels lean closer and say, your light is sacred. Do not dim it waiting for someone to awaken. He is on a journey, yes. But so are you. And while his soul wrestles with shadow, yours was never meant to sit in waiting. There's a cost to loving deeply. Especially when that love feels unfinished, suspended in between what was and what could be. But you are not sent here to lose yourself in the healing of another. You are not a bandage. You are balm. The angels see the tenderness in you, how you pour, how you wait, how you pray in silence. But they also see the fatigue. The slow, quiet hunger for someone to pour back into you. And so they whisper now, let him go, not from your heart, but from the expectation that it's your job to fix him. You are the fire, not the match. You are the sun, not the window. Rest. Reclaim. Return to the rituals that remind you who you are without the pain of longing. Because the woman he's waking up for? She needs to be whole when he arrives. And wholeness doesn't begin in waiting, but in honoring your own sacred flame. You are not here to lose your glow while he finds his. You are here to shine no matter what. You didn't mean to reveal his shadows. You were just being yourself, gentle, clear, grounded. But your light? It's not passive. It pierces. The angels say, she didn't break him. She just reflected back the parts he buried. You stood in front of him like a mirror too clear to ignore. Not with words, not with demands, but simply by existing in your truth. He looks at you and sees all the things he denied himself: love without masks, touch without fear, vulnerability without punishment. And it shakes him. Because if your love is real, then everything he built to survive, the distance, the walls, the roles, might not be. The way you listen without judgment, the way your presence stills the air. It's unfamiliar to him. Too safe. Too pure. Too close. He wasn't ready to meet the parts of himself that only surface in your presence. But now they are awake. And they will not go back to sleep. So he runs, not from you, but from the reflection you offer. A glimpse of who he could be if he chose truth over fear. The angels gently remind you, you are not the reason for his confusion. You are the reason he sees it. And that's a sacred power. It happens in the quiet moments, when he thinks no one sees, no one hears. But heaven does. And so do you. The angels whisper, he's not the same. And it started the day you loved him without asking him to deserve it. It began subtly. The way your silence held space without pressure. The way your eyes saw through him without judgment. He felt it. The shift. The slow cracking open of a heart that was once sealed shut. He's noticing things now. The way your absence echoes louder than noise. The way your laughter lingers longer than it should. The way the world feels flatter when you're not in it. There is a new awareness rising inside him, a knowing that something sacred happened when you crossed paths. And though he may not yet have the words, his soul is already speaking them in dreams, in sighs, in the way he hesitates before turning away. He's beginning to remember what love is supposed to feel like: soft, safe, unforced. The angels reveal, he still fights it. Because change feels like danger to a heart that's only known survival. But the seed has already taken root. And no matter how much he resists, awakening has begun. He will never be untouched by you again. You feel it every time he pulls away. That ache, that confusion. It's as if he's right there. And then suddenly, not. The angels speak softly. He isn't leaving you. He's trying to leave himself. There's a rhythm to his presence. A cycle of closeness and retreat. One moment his eyes say everything. The next, they're distant, shut windows behind which he hides. But this isn't your fault. This has never been about your worth. It's the push and pull of someone torn between fear and truth. He gets close, because with you, something feels like home. But home is unfamiliar to a soul that's only known survival. So he flees, thinking distance will protect him from the depth he feels. From how real this all is. The angels want you to understand, this cycle is not rejection. It's resistance. To surrender. To softness. To a love that doesn't demand, but transforms. You may wonder if he'll ever stay. If the rhythm will ever shift. And the angels gently say, don't wait for him to choose peace. Choose yours first. You can love him and still let go of the weight of proving yourself. Let his running be his lesson, not your burden. Because no matter how far he runs, the path always leads back to the heart that never stopped being open. Yours. Love wasn't supposed to feel like this, he tells himself. Not this raw. Not this exposing. But the angels see deeper, and they speak now. She didn't hurt him. She healed him, and healing burns before it soothes. You didn't come with noise. You came with presence. And it undid him. No loud declarations. No demands. Just the soft, steady offering of yourself. That was the medicine. And that's why it scared him more than anything else ever has. He is used to love that comes with conditions. Affection that must be earned. Validation that vanishes the moment he shows too much. But you You loved in the silence. You stayed in the pauses. You saw through him, not around him. And that broke something open. He doesn't know how to receive that kind of love. So he stumbles, resists, sabotages. Because it's easier to pretend he's unworthy than to risk believing he might not be. But the love you gave, even in small, almost invisible ways, has become a bomb. One he thinks about at night when the noise fades. One he returns to in his mind when the weight gets too heavy. The angels show, even now, your energy lingers like a sacred fragrance in his life. He breathes it in when he misses you. He replays your words not to relive the past, but to feel safe in the present. And that, dear soul, is what healing feels like before it becomes visible. It's not just your connection that's unfolding. It's the divine choreography behind it. You've asked why it's taking so long, why he hesitates when everything in you already knows. But the angels hush your doubt and say, nothing sacred ever rushes. What's meant for you is being prepared to hold you. There is a timing not of this world. Not linear. Not logical. But soul-crafted. And right now, God is weaving what neither of you could create alone. You see the pauses as delays. But heaven sees them as preparation. This person, he's not just finding the courage to come toward you. He's being guided to dismantle everything that told him he wasn't worthy of a love like yours. The angels are at work behind every silence, clearing old attachments, softening his edges, teaching him to walk, not run, toward what feels like home. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to wait breathless, watching the clock. All you need is this, to trust that the same force that brought your paths together is still holding the thread. He is being led. And you? You are being protected. Not from him, but from what he still needs to release before he can truly choose you. The Lord will guide you continually, and satisfy your soul in drought, and strengthen your bones. Isaiah 58 verse 11. He's not cold. He's not careless. He's just scared in ways he's never named. And you make him feel everything he thought he had buried. The angels whisper gently, he would rather be numb than open. Because to open means to risk being seen. You reached a place in him even he had forgotten. A place untouched by ego, untouched by performance. And that place trembles now. Because what if he lets you in, and you leave? What if you see it all, and it's not enough? He never learned how to be loved without needing to be impressive. He only knows how to be wanted for what he does, not for who he is. But you saw the man behind the mask. And instead of looking away, you stayed. He doesn't know what to do with that kind of love. So he hides. Behind busyness. Behind distractions. Behind half-truths. But inside, the war is raging. Because the truth is, he wants to be chosen. He wants to collapse in your arms and say, I've been pretending for so long. The angels say, he's on the edge of surrender. But he needs to know he'll still be held when he drops the act. This moment, this stretch of silence and uncertainty, is not punishment. It's the sacred space before the bloom. Where he decides, not if he loves you, he already does, but if he's brave enough to be loved in return. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. Some things are not meant to be controlled, only honored. The angels linger now, their presence soft and certain. You were never meant to chase, only to choose. You did not fail him by loving him, nor did he fail you by fearing it. This connection, whatever form it takes, was never about possession. It was always about reflection, of truth, of growth, of divine timing. He may come, or he may not. But what matters most, dear soul, is that you came home to yourself in the process. That you didn't shrink to be held. That you didn't abandon your softness to be chosen. Your power was never in being needed. It was in being whole. The angels reveal, this story is still sacred, even if it doesn't look the way your heart imagined. Because love, real love, always leaves something behind, a lesson, a light, a piece of God. So breathe. Not everything needs resolution to be complete. Some things end in silence. Some in reunion. All in grace. If he returns, let it be because he's ready to love you as you are, not because he fears losing you. And if he doesn't, know this, the right soul will not run. She will recognize you. Stay. Build. Until then, be the one who stayed with you. The angels bow. Heaven is proud.